Hi, so welcome to part 2 of the trainer tutorial. So in the first video we had to go inserting our reference images to try and use as a guide for how we're going to model the shoe. So what we're going to do now is start to actually model it. Now we're going to do it in multiple different parts. I'm going to aim to put it in multiple different videos as well. Rather than do it in one long video, we'll do it in a few different parts. So the first part we're going to have a look at doing is modeling the actual body of the shoe. So to do that, we are going to use the form tool, which is this purple cube here. So I'm going to click on it, and then what I'm going to do is going to create and cylinder. So what we will need to do is then pick a plane we want to draw it on. So I'm going to click on this bottom plane, and then draw a cylinder. I'm going to put it essentially where the foot hole is for the shoe. Let's bring it up into place. So let's bring it about there. Hit OK. And then I'm going to right click on bodies on the left hand side, move and copy, and bring it up into position. Okay, so now with the form tool, essentially what we do now is every time we want to edit something, if I go right click, edit form, I can either select a face, I can select a point like a vertex, or I can select a line. So to begin with, we're just going to sort of follow the reference a little bit to get a rough idea of the overall size. So if I click on the line once, I just select one line. If I double click the whole line, it will select the whole row. So I'm going to bring it out like that. So I'm grabbing this slider here because that will scale it. Okay. Just slowly trying to match up the reference image as much as I can do. And then now that I've got no more lines to follow, I need to make some more faces. So if I hold down, if I just try and drag down like that now, it will just stretch it, which is not what we want. So I'm going to hold down Alt or press Alt when I drag down, and it's going to make a whole new set of faces. I'm going to do that a few times as I'm doing it. Drag it into position. Again, drag down. We do it one more time, like that. Okay, so that's kind of got the basic sort of shape that I want there. I'm then going to do the same thing of edit form and start to bring it out to the sort of thickness that I want. So let's roughly go like that. Actually, no, we'll leave that for now. Okay, so let's go back to what we were doing before. Let's go on edit form and bring down to there. So now what we're going to do is we are going to bring out some of these faces at the front. Edit form, and let's drag it across. It looks really weird to begin with, but don't worry, we are going to tweak it once we've got everything into position. So what we'll do is take this back. And all I'm doing is I'm just mixing up between selecting edges and faces and vertexes. And if I want to select multiple at once, I'm selecting one, holding shift and selecting another. I'm just trying to roughly get to the shape I want before I start tweaking some more. Okay, so let's do a little bit of tweaking. Let's grab this and bring it up Here I feel this can come back a little bit. Oh, no, I won't. Okay, now because I got quite a big gap here, I'm going to want to add in some more edges. So if I go to here to modify and then insert edge, I can slide about where I want it. Let's just put it in the middle for now. I'll go back to edit form, and I'm going to start to drag it down a bit more so I've got a bit more control. So yeah, anytime you want more control over everything, if you want to add in more points, what you do is select the edge, go modify, insert edge, and you can drag around to where you want it to be. Back to edit form. Yeah, unfortunately, not like with the sketching where it's very easy to just follow a sketch. Sometimes it just you're reacting to what is in front of you and trying to make it look a little bit more realistic. So it might be that when you are following through with this, it doesn't look the same as mine. That's completely normal because it would be quite hard to follow exactly as I'm doing it. And if I go quiet, I apologize. It's because I'm trying to play around a little bit. So I'm just working my way around, edit, right clicking and or right click edit form and just sort of tweaking overall shapes. Okay, I think we need to bring out a bit. Is there a vertex there? There is. So let's move this body so it's more in the middle like that. Okay, let's go back to edit form. And we can make it a bit wider now. Slowly work your way down. And if you double click on a line, it will select the whole line for you. So if you look now, okay, it's roughly getting the overall sort of shape and size of the shoe. So we want to make the opening now, so we're going to select these faces here. Oh, delete. Okay, so now if we go on to the canvas off, we've sort of roughly got a sort of like shoe shape, kind of. Obviously, we've got a little bit more tweaking to do. So what we're going to do now is select. Let's go to edit file. Sorry, let's select these edges here, and then we want to make sort of like the places where the laces will come out. Ooh, I've clicked on the wrong thing. So go back again. Let's select 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't want you. And then I'm going to hold Alt on my keyboard and the scale move to bring it in a little bit. Then bring it up a bit. Actually, I think I brought that out a bit too much. Let's do the same thing again. Let's bring it in and up. Maybe a little bit more. Like that. And then we're going to do the same at the top. Let's do these two and these two. Bring in this time rather than come up. Let's come out a bit. Now what you do have to be careful with is if you have like intersecting bodies on your form. So I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to click OK. I'm going to turn off canvas now. So I'm going to hit finish form. Okay, so that worked. So what you've got to be careful sometimes, if you go and finish form, what will happen is if a form is overlapping one another, as in it like intersects with each other, it will not let you do it. It'll just say, no, can't do it, can't compute. Okay, so I want to go back and continue editing form. So I've sort of got the overall sort of shape. I'm just going to continue to tweak a little bit. So edit form. Let's bring that down a little bit. Up a little bit. Work our way around to where we're happy. Now we're going to do the tongue of the shoe in a different part as well. So don't worry, we've not added that bit in yet. So let's grab these two. Let's bring this down a bit. Bring you up a bit. Do the same here. Let's bring you up a little bit. Oh, hold down shift so you got both. I'll come down a little bit more on these. Not away. That looks a bit better. Okay, I don't think we're intersecting still. It is still a good idea every once in a while just to sort of check and hit finish form just to check that you're not doing it now, because there's nothing worse you'll see later on is you spend ages modeling something and then it turns out one time it's intersecting and the whole thing is messed up. So every once in a while it's just sort of good practice to tweak it a little bit. Okay, so all I'm going to do now, so I think I feel like I've got not a bad sort of overall shape that we want. Yeah, I'd say that's probably about right. What you might want to do is maybe grab a piece and make it come out a little bit more maybe, or you want it to look like it's creasing so it goes in a little bit more, just sort of tweaking however you feel it would look more right. And click OK. Okay, so I think we've got our overall sort of form of our shoe. So now we want to thicken it. So first of all, I'm going to just check that finish form will work again. Okay, and it will. So then I'm going to right click, edit form again. I'm going to click on the body, go create or modify, sorry, and thicken. And we're going to thicken it by, what did I do last time? Was it 2? Do 5. Okay, is that now intersecting? Let's find out. So we're going to finish form. No, okay, so we got away with that. All right, so that is going to be part 2 of our our video. We've basically got the overall sort of shape that we want. Obviously, we're nowhere near finished. We're going to continue to tweak it a little bit here and there. But for where we're up to now, that's not bad progress. So we'll stop there before this video gets a little bit too long.